Good trick, man. Good trick.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
This is your crowd. This is your crowd. It's great having you here.
It's amazing to be here, isn't it? Yeah. Very good.
So, actually, when did you start shooting this movie?
A long time ago.
Long time ago.
No, it was last July, wasn't it? It was last July. Is your microphone working?
Drehbeginn letzten Juli.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to change.
Yeah, no, we started shooting last July and then we finished late October last year. So, yeah, almost a year ago.
And Luke was on set every day. Every single day.
And I heard,
Don't feel sorry for me.
I've heard that you had kind of problems with your armor, that you sometimes were not allowed to sit.
No, I wasn't allowed to sit. I couldn't sit. There was no questions about whether I could sit. I just couldn't. So I would just leap against things. Like, it was long days, very long days. But it looks good. The armor looks amazing, right? I mean, it's amazing.
This Dracula movie is a family movie. Why is it a family movie?
I was just saying that because I'm a part of the family. I'm part of the Drac family, part of the Vlad family.
That's right.
So that's where all of my scenes existed. So that's
Muss gerade dieses Entärchen.
She's very easy to fall in
What
love
did
with.
we do gemacht? Ja,
Look how
schon gern.
beautiful. She's beautiful. This is Dracula.
We have some questions from users. This is actually a really, really deep question for you both. You say in the movie, you are alive because of what I did to save you. So the question of Aminka Divkovic, I hope I pronounced it right. Aminka asks you, have you ever done something to change or save another life? Or did someone something to change your life? Really deep.
Well, I don't saved someone's life, but I think I saved someone from having a very broken leg. When I say a very broken leg, this kid he got hit by a car, and his mum was very scared and a little crazy because he was lying on the floor with a broken leg, so she picked him up, and his leg was swinging and broken, and I was like, give me the leg. I put him back on the floor, and I held his leg, and things were sticking out of it, and I just held it, telling the mother not to touch it until the paramedic turned up. So that's my hero moment.
Just invent one.
No, I can't create a story that's better than that. I mean, I can't even compete. Yeah, well done.
Well done. Thank you, Dracula. So Viola Finger asks, what was the most difficult part about this Dracula? Was it difficult to be the loving father and the dark prince at the same time?
Yeah, I guess that's what makes this story so different to all the other Draculas that we're so aware of and we know very well. It was the fact that we're starting right back 400 years before Bram Stoker was even born. So we're talking about the man, the human, the father, the leader, the king, the fighter, the warrior, this tormented man who has his people and his kingdom and his family and his beautiful wife threatened. And so he has to find a way to save them. And so as much as it was difficult, it was really enjoyable because I was playing the human emotion for a while, and then I start playing the vampiric emotion, which gets intertwined into my human emotion, and then it gets all really dark and twisted.
So normally in the movie there's Dracula, the vampire, and then he gets the girl. But this time you are the wife of Dracula.
Yeah, I got the guy.
You already got the guy. You have the guy.
I locked it down. I put a ring on it. I locked it down.
Take the ring off because it burns, because it's silver.
So is it something, a different take to already be the wife of Dracula and then he turns into that monster.
Yeah, I think normally the women in Dracula films are scared and it's a lot of forbidden love, but we just were able to go for it from the start. That was okay. It was okay to be in love. It was okay to, make out with your husband.
Totally.
That was great.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Great.
It was great.
But I'm going back to
10 hours. 10 hours of kissing.
Yeah, that standing was really, really...
down. But I think, going back to your question, the hardest thing was because there's such amazing special effects in the film and visual effects, and all of Luke's kind of empiric features are done through CGI. Every now and then when Luke and I would have an intense vampire scene, he would show up to set with dots all over his face for visual effects. So we'd have this really intense scene and I would be like, pay no attention to the dots all over his face.
I was covered, just covered in dots everywhere. Yeah. Very distracting, but the effect, which you'll see tonight, is brilliant. Very, very special.
Yeah.
And we have another question from Ariane Hildebrandt. How would you personally fight against a vampire? Would you use a plug, a tanning bed, or just call Buffy?
I would call Buffy.
Ich würde Buffy sein. Pass auf. Nein, im Prinzip ein Vampir gejagt werden würde. Wen würde sie rufen als Hilfe?
Oh, right.
Buffy.
No, I don't know. I think Buffy too, yeah.
Always call Buffy.
She's kick-ass, yeah.
So, did you enjoy Berlin? This is our social movie night. So, will you come back?
There's a lot of you, isn't there? It's amazing. It's so nice to see everybody here, ready to watch our movie. This is the beginning of the life of this film, and you guys are some of the first people in the world to see this movie. We only saw it 3 days ago, so you are very lucky, and we feel very proud. It's like we've given birth to something, and now we're giving it to the world. So you better like it. Otherwise, I'm coming after you with bats.
Are there maybe some prejudices about vampires that now you can clear up with? Many people say like they blink in the light.
They definitely don't have bad breath, I can tell you that much.
The teeth are very sharp, very, very sharp teeth. No, I think vampires are cool. I think this vampire is very cool. Slightly dangerous, but he's got good motives.
Do you think this vampire is cool? So, here is the last question. Without spoiling too much, do you have a favorite scene in this movie? Or what is your favorite scene?
I really like the opening scene at Dracula Castle. That was kind of a really fun scene to shoot, and I think that's where we really found the dynamic between you and me and Art, who plays the young boy in the film, Ingerus. So I really like that, and I also got to do some sword fighting in that scene.
You did? With a wood